What is up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Robbie J Fox, and I'm back with a brand new video. I want to throw this video up really quickly because later on I am going to live stream for the first month of October, it being spooky month, and I have so many horror games that I want to play. But first, I need to talk about a content creator that's been bugging the living hell out of me. There is a lot of content creators that I really like. For example, Moist Critical.
Fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags.
Abba and Preach, and many others, okay? But there are also some content creators that I absolutely despise. And the topic of today is That Vegan Teacher. I genuinely do not like That Vegan Teacher for a multitude of reasons. But I want to go to the most common reason as today. She is by far one of the biggest clout chasers that I have ever come across. Now, for those who don't know, YouTubers and content creators can get really famous really fast and fall off just as fast. There are those who stay seemingly less relevant, like some ordinary gamers or Moist Criticals, while others lose tractions like Tipster.
People started going nuts on Twitter about how it was a lolicon, and people started firing up live streams to dissect every word, when all I was really asking was, is this really lolly?
Huh? And Boogie.
This is why, Dan, I told you I couldn't talk about this, man.
You can do this.
This is why I told you, no, I can't. I told you I couldn't talk about this.
Boogie, you knocked this out of the park.
I begged you not to make me talk about this on the show. I begged you.
The YouTube algorithm is a really mysterious thing, as in no matter how you try to understand it, it's tough since it's always changing. One particular person who's fallen off is That Vegan Teacher, which is like really strange to see, as in like she has so many videos on her channel. It's actually abysmal. She's only been on YouTube for, I want to say, I think it's like 6 years, and she already has over 2,000, pushing 3,000 videos. She also has 200k subscribers, and yet her videos are barely pushing past 100k per video. I would even say on average she might hit 50k per video. It was someone who has so many videos and so much content spread over YouTube. Why is it that she is not having a massive following? Why does it seem like she's not growing? Well, here's where things get really odd. At one point, That Vegan Teacher was one of the most famous vegans in the world. Her method of video style is probably one of the craziest styles I've ever seen. And it was literally pushing the vegan lifestyle while at the same time calling out famous people for not being vegan. And people would kind of love this because she was really quirky and upbeat in her messages. But her messages at the same time were also somewhat positive. She would call out people like PewDiePie and Gordon Ramsay, who shockingly would respond to That Vegan Teacher, which in my opinion is pretty awesome. Now, the biggest question, of course, is how did she fall off? Well, let's see how she actually prays to God.
God fucked up. He created lions who eat zebras. He made a mistake. But you can be better than God. You don't have to screw up. You can be better than the lions. Be kind. You have moral agency. Be vegan.
Not exactly what I was expecting, but we're getting somewhere. How about racism? What are her views on racism?
I know another kind of like criticism that like a lot of people give you is, you know, the video you made on your channel where you have a doll of a black girl and then you have the N-words like spelled out as like an acronym.
Which word is that you're talking about? Which N-word?
I don't think I can say it.
And what is that exactly?
Huh? Okay, I'm not entirely sure how I would respond there. What about her views on OnlyFans? I kind of want to see where that's gonna go.
Hi everyone. Today I want to talk to you about taking off our clothes as activists, posing in the nude.
Okay, I'm with you so far. Hey, you haven't lost me yet. We're on a good track.
And whether that is a good thing for veganism or not.
And you lost me. You lost me. Okay, what about how she responds to people within her own comment section? You know, her community. Surely enough, there's so many people out there that supports That Vegan Teacher that, you know, she has a positive outlook towards the people who are within her community, right? Nope.
All right, let's look at a comment here that is in my comment section on my YouTube channel. This person says, the thing about her, meaning me, is that she only sees the bad side of people and not the good side. Like me, not vegan. I volunteer at an animal shelter every Saturday. Wow, what a nice person. So you volunteer at an animal shelter and then you go home to pay people to murder chickens, cows, and pigs, and then you shove them down your pie hole. Good work. I mean, hey, after all, I agree with you. We should always see the good side of people. For example, Hitler. I mean, besides the fact that he murdered millions of innocent people, I'm sure he was deep down a good guy.
Okay, it's not really that hard to see why she's getting so much hate. God damn. And at first it's all memes and fun to watch, but it gets more horrendous over time. Her messages would include a video calling people who eat meat rapists and make videos titled "Hitler was a nice guy." Holy shit. Look, man, there's only so many times I can get speechless within one video, and this is I've been speechless I think a good 3 times. This is crazy. All right, most of these videos would get insane comments criticizing her, but she would continue making the most controversial and borderline racist and hypocritical videos. Anything that wasn't vegan was akin to a racial slur in her own eyes. Which, by the way, speaking of racial slurs, there's an actual clip floating around on the internet. It's not really hard to find, where she spells out the N-word and tries to make it into something positive. Again, it takes a lot to make me speechless, but wow. Wow. At some point, it's less about trying to convince people to go vegan, and more along the lines of just insulting people's lifestyle in the most hypocritical way possible for clicks and views. And that's what all her videos are: insane titles with insane thumbnails, an extremely hypocritical message. Now, let's be completely honest, people do not fuck with that vegan teacher. And there's so many channels out there that are dedicated to just making fun of her and calling out her hypocrisy. I don't know why I struggle with that word. I might be getting sick. Now, she's trying to make a serious comeback by riding on the coattails of the most popular person on the internet right now due to his insane transformation. That person is Nikocado Avocado. She's made 2 videos tagging him trying to do a mukbang video. The problem is that her video was her trying to, respond to Nikocado Avocado, who made a video asking that vegan teacher to make a mukbang with her. But that was several years ago. She's just now answering after several years have passed, which means she's not genuinely doing this. She's doing it because she's noticed that Nikocado Avocado is bringing in a lot of traction and a lot of views, because what he did is absolutely amazing. This dude came out with his supervillain arc and lost all the weight that he had gained over the past few years, almost as if some guy broke his heart and he couldn't let it go. This bro came out full supervillain and just went off on all his fans. It was one of the most incredible things I've ever seen done on YouTube in general. And what does that vegan teacher do? She throws a mini mukbang to celebrate. Now, honestly, I think this is kind of disgusting behavior, since all of this is doing it just to incite Nick to go back to doing mukbangs, which is probably going to spiral him down the rabbit hole that he just came out of. Now, during her mini mukbang, let me just go ahead and say it was one of the worst mukbangs I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's even topping watching some chick eat a live octopus. Like, not when I say live octopus, I don't mean like it was a live stream, right? I mean, like, the octopus was alive. Or was it a squid? I think it was an octopus. The thing was alive, okay? That was a bad mukbang. I'm gonna be honest. That was terrible. This is somehow even worse than that. It wasn't even a mukbang, to be honest. It was more like a food taste test. Like, I don't think during the entire video she actually finished anything. At the end of the video, she still had everything on her plate. How do you call that a mukbang? That's not. Wait, don't people usually finish everything in mukbangs? And you can't even call it a mini mukbang, because it was like only three things on the entire. She ate like an apple and some cheese. Like, that's not a mukbang, that's a snack. What are we talking about right now? I know, Miss Katie, I know you really skinny. You trying to be frugal. I understand. But you can't pass something off as a mukbang and eat literally 2 ingredients to the Ratatouille movie. All right, let's come on. Like, honestly, if you put a plate in front of me, I'm finishing it off. I'm a fat American, okay? Make the jokes you want to. If you putting it on the plate, it's gonna be gone. I promise you that. Now, this video is really wholesome in comparison to all her other videos. but I can only imagine what follows after this will be completely insane. And I do plan on making more videos about that vegan teacher, since I genuinely do have a massive disdain for her. You could say that I'm her #1 hater. Okay, you can't say it. But the problem is that during her entire decline over the past few years, and trust me when I say she is definitely going through a fall off, a complete fall off. People are not talking about her the way they used to. People are not criticizing the way they did like 4 years ago or 3 years ago. No one cares about that vegan teacher, but she's trying her hardest, and I do give her props for this. She is trying her hardest to get as much attention as possible, and even her thumbnails, her videos are some of the most insane shit. Just stuff that you can only think when you're high and alone in a dark room, left with your own thoughts. Like that's the only way to describe how twisted her videos are. And trust me, I'm gonna cover all of them. #1 hater right here on that vegan teacher. I do not like her. I'm sorry, I don't. She makes all vegans look absolutely horrendous. But that's it for this video. I just wanted to, man, I don't feel bad for her fall off. I don't. With that being said, you know what it is. I got some horror games to go play. A couple of live streams is coming live in a couple of hours. So without further ado, my name is Robert J. Fox, and fuck off.
I got 69 bitches that don't do 69. I got 3 or 4 prospects who want to be mine. I got 9 baby mamas who claim that baby is mine. What do they all have in common? They all tell lies. It's all action, all passion, all work but no yeah. And the look in her eyes, you know she not acting. Turn the light off and watch me shine. I am absolute cinema, absolute cinema.